Hello and welcome to another update video about Polkadot. On the dot chart, we basically still see consolidation here in a potential triangle pattern. We're going to zoom in a minute. But basically, yeah, not really any change to the previous video. In the previous video, I explained to you already that due to the break below this $4.50 level, and we're still sort of fighting with that level, due to the break below that level, new lows have become very, very probable. I'm talking about new lows below the 10th of June low. Support here is $4.19. So far, the chart did protect, you could say, the bullish scenario, the bullish wave count, which is highlighted here in orange or yellow, whatever it is. And this is a 1-2 setup, but we said we really only trust this setup to a degree. Yeah, we never really trusted it because the move up of the 10th of June lows was only a diagonal structure, so can also be counted as a correction. Yeah, very important. I highlighted that all the time. So we never really trusted it, but we said we gave it a chance as long as the price was holding above $4.50. However, the break below it on the 17th of August basically made this yellow wave count rather unlikely. And it at least reduced the likelihood of it to play out. And this scenario is still alive though, so I still have it on the chart. I'd like to take it off the chart, and I will do so if the price makes another low, because it would be invalidated. You can still count it as an ABC structure. It would be a very, very tortured one. And actually, it would have to be a WXY structure, because technically the 17th of August low needs to be the low for this scenario to work, okay? It needs to be the low because any new low below the 17th of August low will invalidate this structure, and then we are back to new bear market lows anyway. So it would have to be a WXY. That is not the most likely outcome anyway. So I think I already highlighted in the last video that we're focusing mainly on the white wave count due to the fact that price broke below $4.50. In this white wave count, we are currently looking at a correction in a wave 4 that's very much in line with the Bitcoin chart. So basically a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, a wave 3 down, a wave 4 up, currently consolidating just below resistance. Resistance is between $4.55 and $4.95, and one more low could send it down obviously to new bear market lows. But yeah, actually that could be the last low. That could be the last bear market low. Let me take those lines out, and then we're going to talk about potential targets here. Now, I can really only give you a target for the fifth wave as soon as I have wave 4 complete. Yeah, as soon as I have wave 4 complete, I mean, what can we do? We could make some assumptions. So what I can do, I can take the length of waves 1 through 3, go to the current high of the wave 4, and the first level that really comes up is here, the $3.96 level. That would be one I would pay attention to, and then $3.60. These are the levels that come up right now. We could also potentially zoom out a bit, see if we can see anything reliable on the larger time frame. Obviously here we've got the area around also $3.60, the previous swing lows that were made in 2020. Yeah, but so this is essentially what I think is playing out here. There are other ways of counting this. I mean, I eventually decided to count this as a wave 4 correction with a high in April, an end of the triangle, yeah, in April 23, and then here a move down. But I might have to put the wave 4 here and then count this as an ending diagonal. But even that, it wouldn't make a difference to the analysis. Would we get any new levels because of that? I mean, let me check. Anything of interest? The level that would come up here is $3.98. So they are all relevant levels to watch. But what I can tell you, I cannot confirm a low in place here. Still not on the dot chart. We are still below resistance, as you can see. It's consolidating. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. And on the dot chart, well, it seems like it might unfold as some kind of a weird triangle, even though it looks a bit like a tortured triangle. If it's a triangle, it would be in line with the Bitcoin chart, basically an A wave, a B wave, a C wave. Yeah, let me just chose the wrong tool. Need to pick the triangle tool. A wave, B wave, C wave, D wave, E wave, but it would need to be finished right now and then break down. This doesn't really look like a triangle anymore, even though it technically still is one. But as soon as the price, so it's at the upper trend line now, as soon as the price gets above the $4.54 level, yeah, then we're dealing probably just with a larger wave 4. And that is still within the scope of the white wave count. Because what can always happen is that the wave 4 just unfolds as some kind of a WXY structure. And if it gets above that recent high, then we talk about $4.77 and $4.95. Above $4.95, if we get an impulse above that level, I would assume the low is already in. And then the yellow wave count comes into play that I showed you in the beginning. But at the moment, I mainly look for another low just because it's corrective price structures. Yeah, corrective price action just below resistance. I mean, you could argue maybe this is forming some kind of an ascending triangle, but it looks a bit too tortured for that. It actually makes lower highs as well. Technically, this is a contracting triangle, but it would need to break down now to remain valid. I emphasize here the likelihood of a higher wave 4, absolutely. Yeah, that's my update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.